Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Premier League review show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. The Premier League season has been wrapped up, and a lot had happened in the last day of the season. So, what we'll do today, we will cover all the, news and cover all the results and see where the teams have landed in the Premier League as the season concluded a few days ago. So, what we'll do, we'll start with the first game, and as you can see on the screen, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Now, this match was a winner only affair, as Crystal Palace presented Liverpool with the Guard of Honour for winning the Premier League before the game. But then Liverpool also returned the favour and showed their class by giving Palace their Guard of Honour as they won their first piece of silver in their club history. In terms of the game, you know, pretty much had pre-season vibes, to be honest. Palace took the lead through Ismail Assar. This guy loves scoring against Liverpool. If you guys remember, he scored against us a few years ago to break the unbeaten record that we had the year we won the league. And at the time, he was playing for Watford. So he's come back to haunt us, I guess, in this fixture. Of course, it's not led to anything. But Liverpool responded in the second half as Mohamed Salah gets on the score sheet and equals the record of 47 goals and assists in one season, which is a record held by Alan Shearer and Andy Cole. The only difference is that Shearer and Andy Cole both played in seasons that contained 42 games. So technically, Salah is the record holder now. And that was the end of the game. Liverpool finally got their hands on the trophy. And of course, they finally got their hand on this medal as well. And what a moment it was. Great to see the players celebrate with the fans in attendance after we weren't able to do it in 2020. Both teams held their parades yesterday. And speaking of parades, I was there yesterday, and what an occasion it was. Despite the terrible weather, it was such a great experience. Fans singing songs in every moment. It was such a good vibe. But unfortunately, things overshadowed the occasion as well. Fans being left stranded outside Lime Street Station. I just about got on the train. I think I was one of the last people to get on the train. But I heard some fans weren't able to travel home and had to stay over in Liverpool somehow. So if you're one of those people, I hope you eventually got home safe. But the incident that really affected the people in attendance was the maniac who tried to run people over in his car during the parade, or I think it was after the parade, as the Liverpool fans were making their way to the station. Now we're hearing four children were also injured, as well as many others. So I pray that anyone involved in the incident is doing okay and they are making a speedy recovery. And also the people that witnessed it. I hope you guys are okay as well. I've heard some supporters afterwards speaking about how traumatized they felt. So, thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. And it's such a shame that you've got one idiot that ruins it for everyone. There was 1.5 million people in attendance. So what a turnout it was for Liverpool. I've uploaded some shorts on my channel, so if you want to check out, feel free to do so. I actually have one loaded up so you can watch it right now. Yes, that was me screaming in the background saying, "Come on," every 2 seconds, as you can tell. I had a great time at the parade. Now, moving on to the next fixture, and that was Southampton versus Arsenal. The Saints almost gave the Gunners a scare in this last fixture, but Arsenal got the win in the end and secured second place. Southampton should have got an early penalty, as I believe Declan Rice handballed inside the box, but the ref and VAR reviewed it and completely disregarded and waved play on. Arsenal then took the lead from an unlikely source in Kieran Tierney, who scores from the near post. But Southampton then got the equaliser from a set piece. Stewart was the goal scorer with the header, but then Odegaard, unfortunately for the Saints, grabs the winner with a lethal shot from outside the box. So Arsenal finished the season with 10 points away from the leaders. So they know they've got a lot of work to do in order to challenge Liverpool once again or to try and make another assault towards the title. Next fixture is Fulham versus Man City. Man City, they've done it. They finally secured Champions League football after finishing third in the league. At one point during the season, it felt like a very difficult task. But in the last few months, they've shown some good form, and in the end, I think they've got their rewards. The opening goal wasn't a bad one, as Gundogan produces an overhead kick to give City the lead. Fulham produced a number of chances, but they weren't able to get the equalizer. In the end, City took the lead after Lukic fouls, Gundogan in the box, penalty awarded, Haaland steps up and converts the shot into the back of the net to secure the game and finish with a 2-0 victory. Next fixture, Newcastle versus Everton. What a surprise result this was, as Newcastle needed to get something from the game in order to qualify for Champions League football. The winning goal came from Alcaraz, who scored a pinpoint header from Milinko's cross. That goal gave me reminiscence of Tim Cahill. That type of midfielder who'd always score goals from midfield position. Maybe they found his successor. But luckily for Newcastle, other results influenced the outcome as Newcastle finished in fifth place, but they have secured Champions League football. So congrats to the Toon Army. Thoroughly deserved, in my opinion, and not a bad way to end their season. With Champions League football in the bag and also silverware. Not a bad way to end your season at all. Next fixture, Manchester United versus Aston Villa. This result ended up being costly for Villa, who looked like they were on course for qualifying for the Champions League, but that wasn't the case as the defeat helped Newcastle United in the end. A lot of moments to cover in this game. First one involving the departing Martinez, who fouled Hoyland outside the box, and he's given a straight red card for that incident. For me, no arguments with that decision. It was a clear red card fouled there. But there was some controversy in the game as Bender tries to claim the ball on the edge of the box, and Rogers comes charging in because the ball, you know, wasn't in the keeper's hands. He nicks it off the keeper and slots it into the back of the net. But because the referee blew the whistle before the ball hit the back of the net, the rule is that it can't be viewed by VAR. That rule needs to change because that's definitely affected the outcome of this game. But more importantly, what was the ref playing at? He should have waited for the player to take that shot. So he could have waited a few seconds for that outcome to finish rather than blowing the whistle straight away when he thought it was a foul. And look, in the end, Villa have been denied a goal, and I think they've been robbed in this moment. Villa have made a complaint after the game to the PGMOL in regards to the referee selection, as they thought he was an inexperienced person to officiate the game of this magnitude, and also the last day of the season where the game had a lot of value and had a lot on the line. But unfortunately, don't think nothing's going to come out of that appeal. But back to the game, Manchester United capitalised and got the opening goal from Ahmed header. Then, unfortunately for Villa, they concede a penalty as Ahmad is fouled by Matson in the box. Ericsson steps up and converts the penalty to secure the win. And that victory helps Manchester United secure Premier League status as they avoid relegation and finish the season in 15th place. Hopefully, the players can enjoy this moment and celebrate at the team barbecue. Next fixture, Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Chelsea just about edged it past Forest to secure Champions League football for next season. The winning goal came from defender Colwell, who taps it in from close range. And that was enough for the Blues. They will be playing Champions League football, which you have to say will be regarded as a good season for Chelsea. So let's see how they do in the summer. I'm sure they'll have to do some sort of qualification, but they should be at the group stages next season. Now, on to the remaining fixtures of the league. Tottenham versus Brighton. Now, in this game, I guess you can forgive Tottenham for losing this fixture as they made history midweek, winning the Europa League and bringing silverware to North London, unlike Arsenal. Solanke opens the scoreline with a penalty after Matisse Tel was fouled by Wafer in the box. Nice finish from the striker, crossbar in. But then in the second half, Brighton fought back and responded as Hinshelwood gets the equaliser with a close range finish that hits the roof of the net. Hinshelwood then gets the second goal and gives Brighton the lead with a cheeky backheel finish. Then Bissouma fouls Diego Gomez in the box, penalty awarded. O'Reilly steps up and finishes clinically in the bottom corner. But then Diego Gomez stole the show after he scores a spectacular goal from 30 yards out, curled it into the top bins. What a finish from the Paraguayan. Spurs lose and finish the season in 17th place. But honestly, I don't think they could care less. Ange has said out loud that season two is better than season three. So Spurs fans have something to look forward to next season. Next fixture, Ipswich Town versus West Ham. West Ham finished their season in style as they defeat Ipswich Town 3-1. The Hammers took the lead as Ward Prowse scores from inside the box. Broadhead gets the equaliser for Ipswich with a fantastic low shot. Bowen then gets the second goal with a lethal finish from the edge of the box. Houston makes it 3-1 as he smashes the ball into the back of the net to round off the game. Next fixture, Bournemouth versus Leicester City. Bournemouth also finished the season strong with a solid 2-1 win against the Foxes. Semenyo scores the first goal in the second half as he guides the ball from close range. Semenyo then grabs the second, but this time he smashes it inside the post from the edge of the box to seal the win for the Cherries. Bournemouth finished the season in ninth place, which you have to say is a fantastic achievement for them. They've been a great joy to watch, and hopefully they can improve on this next season. And the final fixture to review is Wolves versus Brentford. And Bremer opens the scoreline with a right-footed finish for Brentford, but Wolves equalised in the second half with a fantastic shot from Minetzi. Smashed it into the top bin. That shot was like a rocket. And that's the end of our final match week review. So what we'll do now, we will announce this week's manager of the week. Apologies, but then we'll also announce the FPL champion as the season has now concluded. So in terms of manager of the week, there's two winners here because they've both got the same scores, and that is Benedict Nawari and Abdul Hafiz Mohammed, and they have both attained 86 points this week. So that's a very good score. So shout out to Benedict and Abdul Hafiz. Now, in terms of the FPL champion of the season, that goes to Jordan Smith, and his team is called Don't Know. And he got 73 points this week, but he is also in first place. I think he's got 2,543 points, which is a crazy tally. So well done to Jordan on winning the FPL league. What we can do now is we can present the top 10 and see, where everyone else has finished. In terms of my performance, I've been dreadful. I've had a season like Man United. I finished in 81st position. So that's a shocking account on my side. I will definitely need to do better next season. So let's present the screen and I can show you guys um, top 10. So as you can tell, Jordan Smith at the top. He's been there for a while, I guess, with 2,543 points. He remains the top spot. In second place is Jake Harrison. In third place is Vipin Mahan. And then you've got Vaughan Clark moving up to fourth, Chris Barnett dropping to fifth, and that's remaining in sixth place. Andy Abda moving up to seventh, Kyle Aziz dropping to eighth, Ellie Clark moving up to ninth, and BT dropping to 10th. So big up to the FPL manager and big up to everyone, who have been participating in the league this season. And hopefully, we'll get one set up for next season as well. So yeah, something to look forward to, I guess, when the new season begins. And that is the end of the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now, in terms of upcoming shows, I will be doing a show tomorrow where I will be presenting my Premier League team of the season. Plus, I'll be presenting our awards. So we'll have our own sort of categories, and you can feel free to get involved in the live chat and let me know your thoughts as well. And then on Thursday, we'll do a transfer talk show. If there's any LFC related transfer rumors or breaking news that occurs, we'll probably do impromptu shows as well. So the best thing to do is hit that notification bell so you know what time we go live. And yeah, also follow me on social media. You can follow me at Ozzie.ftp on Instagram. And you can also follow me at Ozzie_FTP on X/Twitter. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching the show and tuning in during the course of this season. Next season, we'll have a different format. This is probably our last Premier League review show, but we'll be doing a little bit different next season. So make sure to look out for that. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak with you all very, very soon. Goodbye.